Katt Williams makes the internet go crazy. Man, so many different celebrities he hits, so many different pinpoints he meets.
Are you related to Luda?
No, so there was a crossroads where we were both invited to an Illuminati thing.
We're gonna dive into the first 15 minutes of the interview with Shannon Sharpe. Make sure y'all smash the like button. Drop your thoughts in the comments, man. Is Katt Williams telling the truth, or is Katt Williams just talking that talk to promote his next walk? I don't know what he's promoting. I don't know if he has anything in promotion, but let's hop straight into the video.
You already got started before we started taping.
I did.
Appreciate that. Tell the people at home.
I thought they was lying, and why it resonates. And the reason I had to come is because you made a safe place for the truth to be told. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I appreciate
and
that.
I have watched all of these lowbrow comedians come here and disrespect you in your face and tell you straight up lies. I'm talking about things that have never been heard in all of Black Hollywood. They feel comfortable sitting here and lying to you about it.
You gonna set the record straight?
Are you kidding me? You let Ricky Smiley sit here and you said out that mouth, you stole Friday After Next, the one I was in. I wish all of America fumbled a bit when that happened. And then he said some stuff that we haven't heard in 100 years in Hollywood. You ain't say nothing. This man told you he had Katt Williams' role. He was gonna be Money Mike.
Wait.
And Katt Williams was gonna be the Santa Claus. Now three quick points. You mean in Hollywood they cast a 5'5" black Santa Claus that weigh 145 pounds? That's your story. Your story is the Ricky Smiley that couldn't even do curse words because he had a Christian fan base. He was gonna play the pimp. Why you didn't ask him why has he played a woman in more movies than he's played a man?
Well, I didn't know
he shouldn't be able. You wouldn't let an athlete that been on steroids talk about one of the greats.
Why didn't you ask that man why he plays so many women? Well, I was going to. What he should have. You should have. He did that so many times in this interview. It was hilarious. But you know, Shannon let him do his thing, man.
I said Shannon did right by letting him, man.
Yeah,
Shannon did, because he got his big hit. That's for sure.
That's
got his big hit.
Facts,
I mean, just like even just hearing it again, you know, so many different things that he makes you think about from these celebrities. You know, it's just something to just ponder a little bit. And did they really lie about that? And then if he's saying certain people that kind of are behind the celebrities, you know, the officials, the managers, you know what I mean? If that's true about those people, what he's saying about celebrities may be true as well, because if those behind the scenes people pull the strings, the celebrity is just a puppet type of person. And I know, like, he wasn't saying this about Ricky Smiley, but just with other celebrities that he mentioned later on in the interview that I think about, like, you know, the Kevin Harts and some other folks.
Ricky Smiley can't act because Ricky Smiley can't act. He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere. You telling this man, you stole that. Oh, so he could get his name in the same sentence with a great one. It is sad. He was just that bitter when we were shooting it. He told everybody, it should have been my role. Everybody on the scene. Why do you think no cast member has ever said anything?
He couldn't have played that role like you. I thought he was.
Sir, no one. Why no? He was with KD. He beat up Terry Crews. Why nobody know this story? You talking about in Hollywood, they switched off roles. You take this and what? So Ricky Smiley knows this. And I don't know why he would lose a child and come on the air and start lying. That's why people believe in rituals right there. It's because, well, why would he lie? I don't know why liars lie. But I can tell you this. We auditioned in Los Angeles.
Yes.
I was audition number 201. 200.
So this is the part where he gets into some of the but like stuff that people don't know hands on, because if you're not in the industry and you're not doing it, you don't know what goes on with the
Mm-hmm.
process, right? But he says he's auditioned 200 or something. So 200 people previously were already auditioned. And he's like 201, 202, whatever. And he and Ricky Smiley's there. When he said this part, I was like, dang, like to get picked, they had to like you had to fit certain things, and you had to be at a certain level of confidence too. You had to be that guy. We all saw the movie. For those who haven't, the movie's still out there. He played it well, and it was one of the classic iconic roles. Everybody know Next Friday and Friday series. I just wanted to say one thing about the 200 and plus people. Some people would do a lot to get that role, a lot of things that they would do for the love of money. And he goes into break down some other stuff, saying how certain people were trying to make him do some stuff and he had to tell them no. He said he was thinking to himself, if I had to tell them no and I still got here, what did the other guys do to get here as well? As far as get in the same room for, I guess, the last people to audition out of the whole bunch. So this 200 plus thing, that's pretty serious.
According to how the other guy told the story, you wouldn't even have thought 201 people auditioned. You would have just thought it was him.
Oh yeah.
Katt, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he got the part.
A lot of people don't know how hard it is. It's like nowadays trying to find the right, trying to find that one job. Like everybody's out there auditioning with their resumes. Now it's like they don't even know how to filter it right. It's too much filtering. What's up?
This whole interview, you guys really should watch the whole interview, because whenever something comes out about celebrities, people are in shock. Who would have thought these people that Katt Williams is talking about would have been doing this stuff? Like, it's also a shock to hear Katt Williams say that he lied. He came on here and he lied about the part. Why do you need to lie? What's the point of lying? So that lets me know off the bat that we always say this. There's some very, 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 very few people in Hollywood. They operate with honor. They operate with dignity. And it sounds like Katt Williams is one of them. And it sounds like he has his receipts. And it sounds like he's not afraid to come out here and go toe to toe with the people who seem to have some level of influence over people with lies. And Katt isn't afraid to go to toe with those people. When you live in truth, when you live by what actually happened, you can go out there and speak the truth.
Yeah,
but
with confidence.
But there could be consequences. You know what I mean? So you have to also protect yourself.
Yeah, I mean, Katt Williams has always been one of the people that says the wild stuff and exposes things. In his comedy stand-up, man, he says a lot of different things about what's going on in the world, like the world, the world government type of stuff. Like he would say some esoteric type things that is pretty serious, and tell the truth about it is to the best of his knowledge and make people laugh out of it. Is that brilliance? Yeah, because he make people laugh. But I was thinking about Tyrese when you said one of the few people that hold his dignity and X, Y, and Z. According to what Tyrese has said with an interview with Ruslan, he told Ruslan he has not been invited to like any Illuminati party or of such.
I have to tell you guys a little something that nobody wants y'all to know.
Let's hear this.
I got $10 billion in box office receipts on my name. I'm one of the biggest movie stars out there. I've sold millions of records, and the Lord Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. I have never been involved in these things, and I'm not involved in none of these things to this day. As a matter of fact, my walk with God is so bold and so specific. They don't invite me to these things. I'm not exposed to these things. They don't pull out the cocaine in front of me. They're like, hey, what up, Reese? Hey, man, hey, you good? Okay. No.
Yeah, that don't even happen.
They know who to do this stuff in front of.
Tyrese, if you haven't heard of Tyrese, he claims to be a believer, and he's speaking more about his faith these days. In that interview, he was like, yeah, they haven't come to him because maybe the reason why they haven't come is because they know who to go to with that sort of presentation, with that sort of offering. You know what I mean? I think they do their homework. I think they do have certain things they look out for in picking people that they think will bite the apple, so to speak. And according to how he explained it, he was like, "Yeah, I don't think they came to me with that because they probably knew I wouldn't go for it." If that's the case, that's a good thing. And reason why I brought up Tyrese is because for a long time, we've been told like, yeah, if you go to Hollywood, they're gonna get you. You're gonna be submitted to the devil and X, Y, and Z. And for many years, that didn't sit right with me. At first it was, yeah, I'm scared to go to Hollywood because they're gonna get me. Now, as learning as I've grown older, it's and being in certain things, I'm like, oh no, you don't automatically gotta be selling your soul. You don't automatically gotta do things. You can make the choice to. There is that availability there if you want to get it, but you don't gotta go over there and get that. You can go over there, do what you gotta do, stay away from it. And Tyrese explained how he stayed away from it, the drinking, the parties, according to his own words. He said he's never drinked. So that's what you reminded me of, because there's certain things that people believe, like when you go to Hollywood, or if you're in Hollywood, you're automatically worshiping the devil.
And a lot of the times it's true though. Like probably 95 to 98% of the time, it's automatic for most people because most people aren't believers. They may become believers later on. It also reminds me of because I used to think the same thing of Hollywood. Once you have to do certain things, some people have to be in control of you in order for you to make a lot of money, right? Because that's usually how it goes. It's like that in Hollywood. It's like that in politics. Like for someone to put you on, they have to have some strings on you. They have to control you from a certain level. And it reminds me of high school because in high school, I wasn't a popular kid. For the popular kids, you want to be the popular kid? Do what the popular kids do every once in a while, like once or twice every month or every 2 months. You go drinking, right? You guys go out late, partying, drinking, doing crazy stuff with each other. Come back to school on Monday, have that bond from that weekend. Man, we did the crazy. We went streaking, bro. Wow, that was wild, bro. I got some pictures, bro. Oh my gosh. You become a politician one day. You become a Hollywood star one day. Someone's got videos of you streaking and like doing crazy stuff with other from high school. But that's what you have to do to be part of the popular kids. Or you could be that kid that's, the straight edge kid. Popular, everyone loves the kid. He's in theater, he's in sports, he's in this, he's in that. He does well in school, and everyone loves that kid. But that kid is one in a dime a dozen. Wait, a dime a dozen. That's not what I want to say. I want to say that kid is a needle in a haystack. Like there's one kid like that in hundreds of kids. There's not a lot of those people like that. Same thing in Hollywood. Same thing. You have those couple people that keep a straight edge, that don't fall into the trap. But then you have everyone else on the outside trying to keep them out of the limelight, trying to keep them out from earning wealth. But what were you going to say, though?
I think it's a mix of things. I don't think the percentage is as high as we think, because the different options that there are. I think that there could be a situation like the example you use about the cool kids or whatever. Some cool kids just might like how somebody look, right? And they don't know if he wants to be a part of the crew, but they like how he looks, but they want to bring him in. So maybe they might take a liking to him and give him opportunities, but he don't gotta join. And so with that kind of example, it's like
it's not okay. It's not give him opportunities. It's put him in a position where he has to bend. Like, I don't think these Illuminati, Hollywood, drug addicted people are just like, oh, let's give him an opportunity. No, they put you in a horrible situation, right? You go out drinking with your buddies. Next thing you know, you wake up the next morning and some Duke is laying next to you. Pause.
Yeah. That's that. I'm talking about what are you referring to with that one? What are you referring to with that one? What's that?
They trap you. You get a call on your phone. Hey, we have footage of what you did last night, right? Like this isn't just in politics. This is also this is how they control people. They put you in a really bad situation.
That's a version of something, but what I'm referring to is not that type of trap. The typical scene that I'm referring to is the one where they let like you leave a couple of crumbs, lead them to the place, right? So I think what is one way they can try to get you is they will take a liking to you and leave you crumbs and like give you certain opportunities so that you can be. It's like boiling the frog in the warm water until it gets hot, and he don't know it's hot, and then all of a sudden he's in it. He's like, "Oh shoot, I'm in it." You know what I mean?
That's a stupid
And
frog.
and so I think that a lot of not a lot, but I think that there's certain people that are in that situation where they're heading toward that way, but then they wake up before they get too close, before it's too hot. And so what I'm saying is that they have earned enough money to now they can go and do what they need to do. In certain ways, Cat Williams has had that advantage or had that position to where he didn't need the money and he didn't need to bend to get more money. And probably he was just in it to he already had a pre-arranged goal to do what he wanted to do and stay away from stuff he wanted to stay away from. Because you don't want to lead a lamb, in chains, and letting him know he's going to be slaughtered. You got to give him some good food. You got to let him see the scenery. You got to pamper him so the blood could be good. So when you take him to the slaughter, it's unexpected.
And also, there's a thing where they get the stars while they're coming up. So
That's another one. The
yeah,
grooming process. Yeah, the grooming
yeah,
process.
exactly. You're 16, 17. Not saying anything about Leonardo DiCaprio, but imagine someone like Leonardo DiCaprio in his prime, and where you're 20, 21 years old, just now entering the industry, you just got a big role, and he hits you up. He's like, "Hey, man, let's go out for dinner," right? And say you guys end up doing some hard drugs. And now you're hooked. And now you're in a horrible bind. And people will be like, "Well, you're just addicted to drugs." Yes, and the people associated with it too. Like you have Selena Gomez, Demi Lovato, you had Justin
Mhm.
Bieber, like all these big stars, they were addicted to stuff.
Yeah.
You would be like, why are they all doing the same stuff?
And the thing that's interesting is that it's kind of interesting to look at how different it is in the music industry, uh the expediency of how they have all these things happening. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I think the other side of the entertainment route, like the movie stars, TV show stars, their process is much slower. Rather with the
But
artists and
remember,
the
Selena
musicians.
Gomez and Demi Lovato, they started out as TV
Yeah,
stars.
yeah. But you see how fast things changed when they got to be artists?
It was already bad because
It was already
they
bad
were
before they turn it?
yeah, they were doing that stuff already, but because it's a TV, they can't Disney won't let them like express all the trauma that they're going through. So when they
Mm.
become stars, now they're free to do whatever they want because they don't have to hold an image on Disney Channel anymore. That kind of thing. So like you're right. It makes it go faster because there are no constraints.
And now it's like they have different type of freedom. I think artists, we see their stardom rise quick. I think it happens differently as far as speed wise versus the artists and the other side of entertainment. It seemed like it happens way faster for the musicians.
Mm.
For some reason, it just seemed like it's way faster. I may be wrong, but
I
that's
think you're
how it's
right.
coming out. It
Because
seemed
for a
like
lot
that.
of them, it's like, oh, it's my creative space. You mean you do drugs to be creative? Like a lot of them do that. A lot of them do that. As artists, you can't do
Mm.
drugs and go and play a role. How are you going to do that? How are you going to remember your lines?
Be surprised,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah, I know. Alcohol?
100 black comedians auditioned for the role of Money Mike with me. You're saying all 201 of us was auditioning and you had already had the role and had already shot the role in 4 days? The truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got raped in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Katt Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we're talking about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy,
Right.
where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is We're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves a rape. And rape is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting raped in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting raped. So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story? 35 members of the cast and crew have never brought up that Ricky Smiley was going to play Money Mike. No one ever saw me put on a Santa Claus suit. We got a wardrobe department. They made a Santa Claus suit for me. Why that wasn't in the bloopers? Why? And here's the other thing. Everything that Money Mike said, Katt Williams wrote. So what Ricky Smiley say on his? You can't say my lines, I wrote them. Already know that I'm going to be funnier than you. What he told everybody was Katt Williams, and don't nobody know who he is. I'm on the radio. I'm with Steven Said. Everybody know me. That's what he told everybody that would listen to on the set. That's the truth of the matter. He was so egregious, not now, then he was so egregious that, and Hollywood has never heard this in 100 years. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Ricky Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Ricky Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress in it? You bet he did. It's in my contract.
See, that statement right there, like that gets me a little bit like, huh? Like, how did he actually pull that off? That's a little wild. What do you think about that one?
Um, not even that. That's, I mean, pulling it off if you have the right relate, because I can believe that because he pulled off being able to write his own script for that particular character.
So, but I'm saying, because it sounds like what he's saying to me is that he won't even work with him unless he's wearing a dress.
I know.
So why would? So my question will be, if that's the case, why would Ricky Smiley want to be in a movie with him then?
That's what I'm saying.
If they had a disagreement or whatever, or it seemed like.
No, it sounds like at the time they didn't have a disagreement. It sounds like at the time Ricky Smiley was upset that he didn't get the role, but it didn't seem like they were the way that Katt is saying that they are today in that sense. Like back then, Katt was saying he didn't really have notoriety like he is in the movie industry. He's Katt Williams. He didn't really have that, but he had influence in the sense that he could pull from his comedic expertise and say, I can do this. And they let him do it. And from then he built on that. So, and that's the interesting thing about Katt Williams, right? Back then, could he see that these people were disingenuous, that they weren't honest people? Because if he could see that, then I could understand why he would push for the guy to be in a dress. Like, you have to be consistent in your morality from beginning to the end. Because if you are, then we can say that back then, Katt Williams understood that being in a dress wasn't going to help his career. So he said, if this man is going to be in a dress and this man is going to try to compete with me, I'm going to put him in his place. Right? So he knew he was playing him. Why else would you do that to someone? Because they've been doing it their whole career. And that's where they do the best. So that's where you're going to put them because you're putting them in their place. It's a very interesting way that he tells a story. But how he tells it, I just have to understand that he knew what he was doing in terms of like putting him in his place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff there's a lot of information that we don't know where he was, power wise in his career and the connections he had. Because if we understand those things, because being in the field, you basically make relationships. So the question is, who did he know? Who was that? And what was the extent of their control. So just knowing that, that's what I'm wondering. How did he? What pieces to the puzzle did he have to collect, make it happen? You know, like
Yeah.
basically, who did he talk to get it done?
Plus, back then, I mean, you have to understand this is like a black people's film. So, like, the culture there might have been a little bit different than Marvel Studios set. Things may have been able to happen back then that we don't see how that's possible in today's time.
Why would you put that in your contract, Katt?
That's where he's a believable actor. Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life. They play good women, and I believe that the best actor should be in the best role.
So that's why, because when we released that clip and he said that, you responded because he said he was supposed to play Money Mike and you were supposed to play Santa Claus.
An outright lie.
So
that he knows is a lie.
So why would he say it?
Because he's a liar. Nobody knows why liars lie. And that's why I had to come on the program. Cedric did the same thing. Cedric told you when you asked him, did you steal Katt Williams' joke? Yeah. He said, it don't line up. How it don't line up that I did it on TV in 2018. You came to see me at the Comedy Store do it in 2019 and then did it on the Kings of Comedy. Like, what doesn't line up? This is a televised joke that Mark Curry helped me punch up and get to the level that it was. The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit and then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business. And it's a man unit.
Hey.
Then you ask him, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same Negro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good, baby, and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You would have to have range. I played a lot of characters, 60 movie roles. I'm not playing Katt Williams in there.
I don't know, Katt. We might not let you drink anymore the way I mean, we ain't even got.
I'm not fueled by alcohol. I've had a sip, less than you.
It's crazy too, because if you watch Atlanta, you don't see any Katt Williams in there. Like, maybe you might see snippets of his creativity in there, but you don't really see like the comedian Katt Williams. You see a crazy dude.
No,
with
the
daggone alligator in his house.
And he
that
took
was
off
so
just
funny.
running. He took off just running. Hey, he looks so funny when he runs.
There's he does. I don't know why he runs like that.
He runs like it's like he runs. I can't describe it. It looks funny.
He runs like anime characters.
He runs. Yeah. How would I even say he runs with? Because I can't say he runs with his whole body because that don't make no sense. Because of course, but he runs aggressively. I don't know how to describe his run, but it's hilarious how he runs. And then on the show, like, he just takes off running when the police come.
Yeah, I thought that the same funny. Way he runs in real life.
The same way, and apparently he runs like 40-yard pretty fast, like 4.3 or something.
I saw the clip. I saw it once.
And
the way he was running, he took so long to run that 40-yard dash, but he still made it in time.
I don't.
This had to be the longest 4.4 seconds of my life.
I don't know, man. That looked funny.
Yeah, I don't know, Katt. I don't know. I need some receipts because that 4.4 took 8.3.
Truth don't need motivation. I'm just saying I can't let these dudes lie. Cedric's sitting here telling you why he ain't a movie star. He over here look like a walrus. You didn't say nothing. He can't even get his arms off his stomach sitting over here. Why I'm not a movie star. What?
It's a situation.
He never wrote anything. Remember, when Cedric the Entertainer starts, he's supposed to be singing, dancing, and telling jokes. That's why he's called the Entertainer.
Right.
We found out he can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't write jokes. He did 4 comedy specials. They're so bad, Shannon, they're not available on Netflix or Tubi. Can I say that again for the audience? They're so bad that they're not available on Netflix or Tubi.
You don't think Sam's a good comedian?
The world doesn't think that, sir. I have 12 comedy specials. He has 4 specials that are not available on Netflix or Tubi.
It seems to me, Katt, that you had a lot to get off your chest.
No.
You wanted to set the record straight.
Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. I don't say any of these things if my name is not breached by these people on your platform. If you give a liar a platform to lie, then I'm not being messy by saying, hold on, that never happened. It's untrue. And there are hundreds of witnesses for each thing I'm saying.
So let me ask you this. What is your relationship with Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, and Cedric the Entertainer as you sit here currently?
For 30 years, they're a group. These aren't 3 random guys. The way that Ricky Smiley kept appearing at all of my auditions is because of Steven said he would tell anybody that, listen, they got a gang on that side. They know what it is. They know who the gang is. Why Earthquake not in movies? 'Cause he's illiterate. He can't read. And they found that out when they gave him a show and put the cards in front of him. Like all of these dudes are co-entwined and they share secrets. And this is the age of truth. And the truth doesn't need to be scared of the fact that people tell lies. Katt's on drugs. Where are the stories? Why is there no story of anybody who ever sold a drug to me, did a drug with me, was around me when I was inebriated? I got 5 daughters. I got 5 sons. Why would we tell these ridiculous stories? Because it's competition. You feel like, well, why comedy guys can't just get along?
Yes.
Why didn't you get along with the other teams you were competing against? If you're a Denver Bronco, why you don't get along with the Cowboys? Something wrong with you?
But I don't disagree. I don't dislike all the Cowboys. Katt, damn, you like this?
No, that's
okay,
not.
What comedians do you like?
Did you play against the team?
Yes.
I've taken 46 comedians with me on the road. 46.
Okay.
I only put on comedians that are funnier than me. Anybody that ever told you differently was a fat Faison liar. There's nobody like me in the business.
Faison just caught a straight.
Faison said that getting a Netflix special is easy. I have 12 specials. Guess how many Faison got? 0. So why is he allowed to have conversations about real stand-up people? We do not let people who are on the juice discuss real athletes. That's all. As a journalist. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I don't harbor any resentment to any of these entities because I can't be jealous. I've never seen them have anything that I ever wanted.
And see, this is one thing that why he's so confident in his position. He has the money to back himself up. Somebody that's broke is not talking this tough, man.
Yeah.
They ain't talking this tough. Who do you know that's broke and saying crap like this?
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody will do that because they know opportunities will be cut or they're just extreme and they must have some type of plan that they believe in for sure. But typically, if you're a celebrity star, you're not talking like this unless you're secured in some way. He claims to be the richest, one of the richest men or something like that in the space. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he said it.
Because I saw a part of that, and he was saying not monetarily, but he's rich. The non-tangible, the intangibles, the things that you can't touch or feel.
So that's what he said.
That's what he said, because he did say, I'm the richest man, but let me clarify, not in money.
I done already told you I'm one of the richest people that ever lived.
Yes.
Only in the fact that when I wake up in the morning, no matter where I am, I don't need nothing. Whatever I need is right around me, and whatever I don't have, it's only just because I don't have it. It's not because I can't get it. All I got to do is want it, and it belongs to me. So because of that, because I'm favored by God, like when I see people's wives and stuff, I don't even look at them. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to look at nothing I don't want to have, because I know how blessed I am. If I look at it, I got it.
Yeah.
That's how Diddy be feeling.
Come on, man.
The interesting thing about Katt Williams is his theology or his religious view, his religious perspective about life
Yeah.
is
What's up?
somewhere between